Hi, and welcome back to a new episode of the Greatest Book Club in the world. Like a book club, yeah. Just a minute. And today, guys, we have an extremely special episode because today, guys, we're on episode number 358, guys. So many episodes. I'm really excited and getting excited about it. And guys, I really need to worry up because I have a lecture that I need to go, and I have for an hour. So let's go. So guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome, and already familiar with the channel, welcome back. My name is Zach, and I'm the host. And on this podcast, guys, we're working together on speaking and communication skills to stand in front of the camera and to communicate in front of the camera. And this podcast, because I truly believe that English is the number one tool each one of us must go on to be successful in life, and the second tool that is going to help us to not get away from the camera. If you take those two skills and you can combine them together, you can create content in the internet and can influence billions of people all around the world. It's highly recommended to work with the stuff. And guys, and I think that by showing you guys my own journey, my ups and downs, my film success, the tips and the lessons that I learned through overcoming the obstacles that I was facing from podcasting 5 extreme exciting episodes per week. I inspire the people to also do the same, like you, maybe like you, the people, ladies and gentlemen, that are watching this podcast right now. I will inspire you to do the same, to work on stuff, show me the world, inspire the world, and make a difference because I truly believe it's really important that you will share your message with the world. And guys, today we got this, I don't know, new year, a new lunar year, the new Chinese year celebration, I think. I don't know, this light on from here. And it's a really nice picture, and I like it, and it's a good vibe. And if you want to check out this background, you know we can find them. You know when you can find it on 3, 2, 1, bam, you can find it on Good Fun. And this great background to Good Fun bananas on Mamala on 11 January 2018, and download already 2,942 times, guys. And of course we like it because we want to show appreciation to the artist, and we really enjoy it. And if you want to download the picture, guys, you just need to choose the resolution from here. Press download. Right click on the picture, go to Shmirat, B'Shem Libro, see pictures in English, and time come below. I want it in your own language, and all of us we need to get for all around the board. It's going to be a really nice game. Press on it. Choose the when you want to save it on the computer. Press save, and just like that, you will get this grab back. You will get this grab back on the computer. So thank you very much for the artist. Thank you very much for Mamala for sharing this fast. And today, guys, we'll continue our journey with Influence of Psychology of Persuasion by Robert B. Kennedy, a really great book. And guys, if you want to check out this book and the background and the Robert B. Kennedy social media accounts, you guys will link it in the description below, so make sure to comment and like them. And guys, if anyone will be from me, come on on the podcast event, or if anyone wants to come to the podcast, maybe a guest on the podcast, show a message on the phone, and have a great time with me. In English, guys, I'm a really nice guy. Please maintain the comment below so we can acknowledge it. And of course, guys, you're almost welcome if you to share your message with the world. Maybe you in something that maybe you have your own life lessons that you know from somewhere else, or maybe from the podcast, maybe something that is from the book. You're always welcome to share with us, with the community, all your wisdom in the comment section below, so others can enrich our life and improve ourselves thanks to you. So thank you very much in advance for doing this. And one thing, guys, before we start the book, before we move to the book. If you enjoy the process, if you enjoy the podcast, if you know something, and if you learned something new from the channel, please consider to show support to the channel by liking the video, showing your friends, subscribe to the channel, put an application, so you'll be notified on each time. It's extremely exciting episode on YouTube and know it's going to be 5 exciting episodes per week. So make sure to check them out. And today, guys, we are 30 on the March 2022, and the sub we have total sub counts, 2 subscribers, total views of the channel 318. Current episode that I'm going to be released today, 324, and I'm putting this right here in order to show what is happening in the process of building an empire, and just a reminder for myself to see what is happening. And today, guys, we are going to read. So now, guys, let's move to the book. So, the Influence by Robert B. Kennedy, the Psychology of Persuasion. Page 57 to 60, 7, 8, 9, 10, 60 or 47 to 50. For the book or the PDF, it's different. So let's say you got the page in the description below. Mr. John, please. Mr. John, please. Mr. John, please. So boy, yeah, let's go. And now I'm hearing The Kitty by Bad Bunny. You got the link to the description below. Also, it's giving me some good vibe. I decided to attend the meeting to observe the kind of compliance planning tactics using recruitment lectures of this sort, and they brought along an interested friend. University professor whose areas of specialization were statistics and symbolic logic. As the meeting progressed, and the lectures explained the theory behind TM, I noticed my logician friend becoming increasingly restless, looking more and more pained and shifting about constantly in his seat, and finally unable to resist. When the leaders called for question at the completion of the lecture, he raised his hand and gently but surely demolished the presentation we had just heard. In less than 2 minutes, he pointed out precisely where and why the lecture's complex argument was contradictory, illogical, and unsupportable. The effect on the discussion leaders was devastating. After a confused silence, each attempt a weak reply only to halt midway to confer with his partner, and finally to admit that my colleagues' points were good ones, requiring a further study. More interesting to me, though, was the effect upon the rest of the audience. At the end of the question period, the two recruiters were faced with a crush of audience members submitting their $75 down payments for admission to the TM program. Shrugging and chuckling to one another as they took in the payments, the recruiters betrayed a sign of giddy bewilderment. Afterward, BEWILDERMENT. Afterward appeared to have been an embarrassingly clear collapse of their presentation. The meeting had somehow turned into a great success, gathering mystifyingly high levels of compliance from the audience. Although more than a bit puzzled, I checked up the audience response to a failure to understand the logic of my colleagues' arguments. As it turned out, however, just the reserve was the case. Outside the lecture room after the meeting, we were approached by 3 members of the audience, each of whom had given a down payment immediately after the lecture. They wanted to know why we had come to the session. We explained and we asked the same question of them. One was an inspiring actor who wanted desperately to succeed at his craft, and they'd come to the meeting to learn if TM would allow him to achieve the necessary self-control to master the art. The recruiters had assured him that it would. The second described herself as a serve insomniac who had the hopes that TM would provide her with a way to relax and fall asleep easily at night. The film served as unofficial spokesman. He also had a sleep-related problem. He was failing college because there didn't seem to be enough time to study. He had come to the meeting to find out if TM could help by training him to need fewer hours of sleep each night. The additional time could then be used for study. It is interesting to note that the recruiters informed him as well as Simic that transcendental meditation techniques could solve their respective, though opposite problems. Still thinking that the three must have signed up because they hadn't understood the points made by the logician, made by my logician friend. I began to question them about aspects of his argument. To my surprise, I found that they had understood his comments quite well. In fact, all too well. It was precisely the cogency of his argument that drove them to sign up for the program on the spot. The spokesman put it best. Well, I wasn't going to put down any money tonight because I'm really quite broke right now. I was going to wait until the next meeting. But when your buddy started talking, I knew I would better give them my money now, or I would go home and start thinking about what he said and never signed up. I never sign up. All at once, things began to make sense. Those were people with real problems, and they were somewhat desperately searching for a way to solve those problems. They were seekers who, if our discussion leaders were to be believed, had found a potential solution in TM. Driven by their needs, they very much wanted to believe that TM was their answer. Now, in the form of my colleague, intrudes the voice of reason, showing the theory underlying the newfound solution to be unsound. Panic. Something must be done at once before logic takes its toll and leaves them without hope again. Quickly, voice against reason are needed, and it doesn't matter that the fortress to be erected is a foolish one. Quick, adding place from the thought. Here, take this money. Whoa, safe in the nick of time. No need to think about the issues any longer. No need to think about the issues any longer. The decision has been made. And from now on, the consistency tape can be played whenever necessary. TM, certainly I think it will help me. Certainly I expect to continue. Certainly I believe in TM. I already put my money down for it, didn't I? The comforts of mindless consistency. I will just rest right here for a while. It's so much nicer than the worry and strain of the hard search. If, as it appears, automatic consistency functions as a shield against the thought, it should not be surprising that such consistency can also be exploited by those who would prefer that we not think too much in response to the requests for compliance. For the exploiters whose interest will be served by an unthinking, mechanical reaction to the request, our tendency for automatic consistency is a gold mine. So clever are they at arranging to have us play our consistency tapes when it profits them, that we seldom realize we have been taken. In fine jiu-jitsu fashion, the structure is their interactions with us, so that our own seed to be consistent will lead directly to their benefit. Certain large toy manufacturers use just such an approach to reduce a problem caused by seasonal buying patterns. Of course, the boom time for toy sales occurs before and during the Christmas holiday season. The toy companies make fat profits during this period. The problem is that toy sales then go into a terrible slump for the next couple of months. The customers have already spent the full amount in their toy budgets and are stiffly resistant to their children's pleas for more. Even the children whose birthdays fall soon after the holidays receive fewer toys because of the recent Christmas spree. So the toy manufacturers are faced with a dilemma: how to keep sales high during the peak season and, at the same time, retain a healthy demand for toys in the immediately following months. The difficulty certainly doesn't lie in convincing our naturally insatiable offspring to want to continuous flow of new amusements. A series of flashy television commercials placed among the Saturday morning cartoon shows of the a series of flashy television commercial placed among the Saturday morning cartoon shows will produce the usual amounts of beginning, warning, and widening, no matter what it appears during the year. No, the problem is not in motivating kids to want more toys after Christmas. The problem is in motivating post-holiday spend-out parents to reach down for the price of yet another plaything for their already toy-glutted children. What could the toy companies possibly to do to produce that unlikely behavior? Some have tried greatly increase the advertising campaign. Others have reduced the prices during the slack period. But neither of those standard sales devices proved successful. Not only are both tactics costly, but both have also been ineffective in increasing sales to desired levels. Parents are simply not in a toy buying mood, and the influences of advertising or reduced expense are not enough to shake that stony resistance. Standing large toy manufacturers, however, think they have found the solution. It's an ingenious one, involving no more than a normal advertising expense and an understanding of the powerful pull of the need for consistency. My first hint of how the toy company's strategy worked came after I fell for it, and then in true pesty form fell for it again. It was January, and I was in the town's largest toy store. After putting all too many gifts there for my son a month before, I had sworn not to enter that place or any like it for a long time. Yet, there I was, not only in the diabolic place, but also in the process of buying my son another expensive toy, a big electric road race set. In front of the road race display, I happened to meet a former neighbor who was buying his son the same toy. The odd thing was that we almost never saw each other anymore. In fact, the last time was a year earlier in the same store where we were both buying our sons an expensive post-Christmas gift. That time, a robot that talked, and laid waste. We laughed about our strange pattern of seeing each other only once a year at the same time, in the same place, while doing the same thing. Later that day, I mentioned the coincidence to a friend who it turned out had once worked in the toy business. No coincidence, he said knowingly. What do you mean, no coincidence? Look, he said, let me ask you a couple of questions about the road race set you bought this year. First, did you promise your son that he would get one for Christmas? Well, yes, I did. Christopher had seen a bunch of ads for them on the Saturday morning cartoon shows and said that was what he wanted for Christmas. I saw a couple of the ads myself and it looked like fun. So I said, okay. Strike one, he announced. Now, for my second question, when you went to buy one, did you find all the stores sold out? That is right, I did. The store said they would order some, but didn't know when they would get any more in. So I had to buy Christopher some other toys to make up for the road race set. But how did you know? Strike two, he said. Just let me ask one more question. Did this same sort of thing happen the year before with the robot toy? Wait a minute. You're right. That is just what happened. This is incredible. How did you know? No psychic powers. I just happen to know how several of the big toy companies jack up their January and February sales. They start prior to Christmas with attractive TV ads for certain special toys. The kids naturally want what they see and extract Christmas promises for those items from their parents. Now, here is where the genius of the company's plan comes in. They undersupply the stores with the toys they've gotten the parents to promise. Most parents find those things sold out and are forced to substitute other toys for of equal. Most parents find those things sold out and are forced to substitute other toys of equal value. The toy manufacturers, of course, make a point of supplying the stores with plenty of those substitutes. Then, after Christmas, the companies start running the ads again for the other special toys. That juices up the kids to want those toys more than ever. They go running to their parents whining, you promised. And the adults go trudging, trudging, off to the store to live up dutifully to their words. Where? I said beginning to see the now. They meet the when I said beginning to see the now. They meet other parents they haven't seen for a year, falling for the same trick, right? Right. Where are you going? I'm going to take the road race set right back to the store. I was so angry, I was nearly shouting. Wait, think for a minute. Think for a minute first. Why did you buy this? Why did you buy it this morning? Because I didn't want to let Christopher down and because I wanted to teach him that promises are to be lived up to. Well, has any of those changed? Look, if you take this story away now, he won't understand why. He will just know that his father broke a promise to him. Is that what you want? No, I said, signing SIGHING. I guess not. So you are telling me that they doubled the profit, that they doubled the profit on me for the past 2 years, and I never even knew it. And now that I do, I'm still trapped by my own words. So what you are really telling me is strike free. You know that. And you are out. Damn, and we are also out, guys. So guys, thank you very much for joining me for this episode, this end of the episode. So thank you very much for joining me and really appreciate the fact that you choose to invest your time with me. And I really hope that you know something new from the channel as I do. So guys, have a great day. So guys, I can't wait to see you on tomorrow episode of the Great Book for Game the Board. The episode of the extremely exciting episode of the Greatest Book in the Board. At least have a great time to go safe and bye-bye. Guys, today is Wednesday, 30 on March 2022, and the time now is 18:15. And I have to go to the lecture in 18:30. So we managed to record 2 episodes today. So yeah, every day that I can record more than 1 episode, it's every day it's a good episode. It's a good day when I record episode, but when I record more than 1 episode, it's I'm growing my safety net. So I'm happy about it. יאללה, יום רביעי, 30/3/2022, שעכשיו היא 6:15. אני אעשה להקליט את הפרק השני, זה טוב לי, כי אני נותן לו פוש, שאני יכול להמשיך, יהיה לי יותר פרקים. אני אוהב את זה, אנחנו כבר כרגע כמעט ב-14 פרקים בונוס, 13 פרקים. מצוין, יאללה, נתראות, יום טוב.